Hi guys, it's Fox here. I have this Gigi Grant doll from Five Below, and I'll be honest, I just don't really like her. Mainly her face, but that's okay. I'm gonna take off her face and I'm gonna turn her into somebody completely new. Here I'm about to start blushing her face. I've already sprayed her with Mr. Super Clear and taken her paint off with acetone, and I'm using Mungyo Pastels. I'm using a pink that's about the same color as her hair, honestly, and I'm doing the cheeks up to her temples, and a bit later I'm also going to do little on her forehead and her nose, just to give her a little bit of life. And now that all that blushing is done, here's what she looks like. Okay, next I'm going to be putting blush on her lips. I was originally going to do a pink, but then I settled for an orange as all the pinks that I used were a little too light for her skin tone. But the orange ended up working perfectly and showing up great. Next I'm going to scrape off some of that brownish red color, and I'm going to use that as her eyeshadow, because everybody needs some good eyeshadow. And here is how she looks with all her eyeshadow and blush. And next I'm going to find a pink color to brush on her brow bones and kind of have as a shadow for her eyebrows, which I will pencil in a little bit later. I chose a light pink that's a bit lighter than her hair color, so it doesn't clash too much, but you can still see it. And there's how she looks with all her blushing done. And now I'm going to put away the Mungyo pastels, and I'm going to bust out everybody's favorite Prisma colors. I'm going to start off with a brown color pencil to line the shape of her eyes. I want this to be kind of 60s inspired, so in a second here you'll see me drawing on the big under eyelashes that they kind of typically have in those old photos of 60s models. And then I go in and I draw where I think the pupil should be. And then I use a black colored pencil. Now I know a lot of other face-up artists like to avoid blacks or build up to black because it's such a harsh and dark color and you can mess up really easily with it. But you know, I decided to live on the edge, throw caution in the wind, and just go for it because, you know, why not? I want to just let everybody know that I made this doll when I should have been studying for finals, so I honestly wasn't too concerned with messing up on her or making everything super even. I just kind of wanted to relieve stress, and I find art a really super awesome way to relieve stress. So I'm happy with what I did, even though I did mess up a little bit. Whoops. I will fix that a little bit. I made one of her eyes a little pointier than the other, but it's okay. So after I try not to completely ruin her with the black, I take various shades of purple to color in her eyes, and my camera decides that it doesn't like to focus, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't think she looked too horrible, because I kind of went in with an eraser and fixed her a little bit, but I'll be honest, I'm pretty happy with her. After all that, I take a pink and I start penciling in her eyebrows, which I'm a pretty big eyebrow enthusiast. I like nice, perfect eyebrows, so I tried my best to get them as even as I could. Later, I take a darker kind of purpley color and I try to make the ends of her eyebrows a little bit darker, and then after that I will be taking a white and filling in the whites of her eyes. After all that, I've taken an orange to color in her lips, and then I will be taking a kind of reddish color to shade in the sides of her lips and give them a little bit more dimension. After that, I will be taking a white and I will be highlighting her cupid's bow, the tip of her nose, and beneath her eyelids. So I've sprayed her with some Mr. Super Clear again, and I'll just be going in with more colors just to make everything pop more. I know a lot of face-up artists like to go to acrylic now, but I'll be sticking with colored pencil as I don't feel that my acrylic skills are very great. I'm not new to the doll making community, I just don't post my videos. So I've tried acrylic before and I've tried to get better at it, but it is very hard to control personally. I also think that I don't have small enough brushes. But yeah, so I just go in and I make everything pop a little bit more, as much as I can with the colored pencils. So here I'm just adding some black to her eyes, and I'll also be lightly shading over them. And in my opinion, the shading kind of made her have a more sultry look, which I kind of like. I think it gives her more of a vintage 60s feel, kind of like the model Twiggy. So I really like it, and I will also be adding a little bit of white underneath her eyebrows just to highlight them a little bit. So I decided that I want to make her a fruit-themed lady because I found these cool fruit nail art things from the dollar store. And I will be putting 3 slices of fruit on her cheeks, and I will also be putting 3 on the rubber band in her hair because I think that would be a really cool hair accessory. Okay, so I'm going to be adding little white shines in her eyes. I'm using the back of a paintbrush because I feel like the dots come out more round. And I also noticed that her little hair accessory is not working out. So I decide that I need to have a different plan. So I take a slip of paper and I Mod Podge the kiwis, and I don't know what fruit that white thing is, but I Mod Podge that to the corner and I cut that out, and I will be gluing that little piece of paper to her hair tie as if it were like some sort of hair clip. Here we have our final product. I didn't film any of the dress being made because I wasn't actually very proud of how I made that. I kind of just glued together some felt and it looked like a watermelon. But I'm actually pretty happy with how she came out. I also just realized that I didn't film where I added high gloss Liquitex to her eyes and her lips to just give them a little bit more shine, but that's okay. I'll try to remember that next time. Like I said, this is my first doll video, but I'm very proud with how she came out, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this. If you have any recommendations for any sort of doll that I should make in the future, please leave a comment, and if you have any criticism or just any sort of comment, then please leave a comment and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.